So, Devils, J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. Today's questions, I think I got enough printed off. Went through a couple videos, again, trying to get caught up. Knocked out a couple videos. I had one or two order questions here, and then I got an anonymous email. He said he didn't want his name mentioned. So I'll answer his question too. But first, I also got a text last night from my buddy Brian Woody, the guy that got me the fucking Ross Dolan interview. He sent me this. I didn't even respond to him yet. I'll respond to him after this. Just tell him, hey, I just did on the video. I don't know if he meant for me to do a video on it or not, but I think it's probably, maybe, I don't know. Or if he just asked me through text, I just figure, fuck it, it'd make a pretty goddamn good video conversation. So he did this in response to the Joe Aesthetics dying. Gotta say, that video went way better than I expected. It still got 2,500 views in the first 24 hours, so hit over the 2,000 mark, and got a lot of people talking, and I got people emailing and shit like that. So got conversation go. So it's cool because as far as anything bodybuilding related or just outside of metal topic, rather than some other than canoe stories and shit like that, which I know you guys love, it seemed like people really liked it. So it's just cool to see because maybe other topics can get brought up because I don't want to just be kind of rehashing and talking about the same shit over and over and over again. Granted, I don't really mind. I just don't want to bore the fucking viewers. Um, Especially the regulars. Now, granted, there's a new person watching every day, or at least theoretically, and I'm sure there is probably somebody, so it's new to them. But at least the regular guys that watch every day, it's like, dude, Jesus fucking Christ, you've already said how many times can you say fucking Mortician's the heaviest band in the world, right? But again, I just answer when people say, all right, you're pretty salty, I just answer what is asked. Um, that's how I do the content, other than whether I do a fucking greatest thrash album of all time or shit like that. So more topics is fucking even better, especially if it's something I could actually talk about that I'm interested in talking about. But anyways, Woody asked this: Rich Piana died at 45/47 question mark. I'm almost positive he was 46. He says I'm 47. This Joe Lindner guy died at 30. I'm sure Rich would do it all again to be the way he was. Do you think Joe would if he knew he'd only make it to 30? 47 to 50 is at least half of your life or so. 30 isn't close. Thoughts? And he's saying to me, would you change anything if you had to do it over? So personally, I'll kind of answer it like this. Both in Joe's shoes and definitely for Rich, I would take their shoes, for sure, and go at the age that they did. And the reason being is because it falls in line to what I believe success in life is. Success isn't how long you're on this fucking planet. Success is leaving your blueprint behind on thousands, or in their case, millions, which is even more, of people that you will never even meet. They know who you are, but you don't know who they are. And you've influenced them in some way, shape, or form, right? That to me is success because you are going to be remembered for all eternity. So it's all personal preference. I'll use an example, like for example, like my on my mom's side, her dad, so my grandpa, he's still alive. I think he's like 96 or something like that. Personally, I wouldn't want his life. I mean, even though he lives all these extra years, because he was just a general family man, had four kids, and had a family like that, did his 9 to 5. Now he's retired and he's in a retirement home. And when he dies, yeah, his immediate family's going to care and shit like that. But that's it. Outside of that, nobody knows who he is. He didn't leave his thumbprint on this world. Now, again, that's not a bash or anything like that. It's just that's not what I'm looking for. Some people they don't care. They just want to be in their own little bubble. They want to go live in a fucking, a little fucking farm or forest and be completely left alone and just have a family life. That's fine. Me, that's what everybody does. It's like kind of like what's the point? Just like for example, like people if they had anything negative to say about Arnold or whatever, let's say Arnold died tomorrow, you know damn well people are going to say, oh, it's because he took steroids. Like, well, first of all, he's in his fucking 70s. How old should he live to be? Even if he did, you wouldn't trade to have that guy's fucking life? I sure as fuck would. He's going to remember for all fucking eternity. So let's just say you lived to be 95 and he died at 75. He accomplished more in this fucking life and left a blueprint behind more than me, you, and your fucking mom put together would do in 10 fucking lifetimes. He didn't need that extra 20 years. go, yeah, 30 would be a pinch early to go. That'd be a kind of a hard trade off. But at the same time, what did he have? Like 1 million followers? People know who he is. He's got stupid ass motherfuckers like me talking about him and us talking about him. Yeah, I never met the guy. He doesn't know who I am. We're sure talking about him though, right? More successful than I am. More successful than probably any of you guys watching this. That's how I look at it. And again, there's no right or wrong answer, but that's just how I view things. It's not about how long you lived on this fucking planet, or how much money you have in your bank account. It's like you were put here, fucking doctor yanked you out of mama's crotch, and what did you do? What kind of thumbprint did you leave on the entire fucking world? Again, family and friends, that's irrelevant. Everybody has that. So you're just another person, man. That's the way I see it. So, and I'm rich, I'm definitely taking that guy's life. Take me at 46 anytime, but give me that guy's life. Fuck yeah, I would take that any day. People are like, oh, you'll change your tune when you're 46, when the day's coming. Not really, because I don't fear death anyways. I never understood why people do. This shit's so temporary as is. I'm like, dude, I know that my end day is going to be here before I fucking know it. The reason I know that is because 38 now, right? I remember being 18 like it was fucking yesterday. That's 20 years ago. Another 20 years, I'm going to be damn near 60. How much longer after that am I going to live? So if this 20 years flew by and I'm busier now, I'm even busier now than I was in the last 20 fucking years. As far as staying busy, that's what makes time fly for me, staying busy. So the time's going to go just as fast, if not faster. So it's going to be here before you know it anyway. So if you go a little bit sooner, oh well, that's the way I see it. You're going to go anyways. It's going to be here before you know it regardless. And to be another completely fucking honest thing too, that whole going out at 95, 96 while you're withering away and having just, you're literally going to the doctor every week, health problem after health problem after health problem. Doesn't matter how healthy of a lifestyle you live, the car is gonna fucking is gonna wear out. It's got a lot of mileage on it, right? Doesn't Yeah, you can offset things with a healthy lifestyle, but you're not gonna live forever. So things are gonna go. So along the way, I would kind of lather that whole saying, like, to me, you're lucky if you go out around like 80 years old or so and you just die instantly in your sleep, had kind of like very little to any health fucking nuisances along the way, to me, that's the way to go. Fuck the last 15 years that you're dicking around going to the doctor every year. You're miserable. You can't do shit. You're all broken down. Again, that's just my personal preference. That's just how I look at it. Some guys are like, I want to make it to 110 because I'm curious what's going to be in the world to see as much of the world as I can. Me personally, I don't give a shit. I think the fucking world sucks. And it ain't getting any better. So, I mean, I'm not curious. What's the world going to be like in 2050? I can tell you right now, whatever it is, it's a matter of opinion, better or worse. But I can guarantee it ain't going to be a place the dog likes. He's probably going to like it less in 2050 than he does in 2023. So, what the fuck do I need to stick around for longer and longer and longer if I'm not accomplishing what I want to accomplish? Again, not that I'm looking down the barrel of a gun or anything. Don't take this as a negative thing. I just think I just look at it a little differently. You know what I'm saying? It's not the amount of time. Everybody trying to live as long as possible. I don't get that mentality. I never did. And people are like, well, you do a lot of health shit and stuff like that. Why do you do that? I do that so that way my quality of life is better. You know, I want to be more superhuman, and little things along the way. For example, I don't want to have kidney failure or something like that. For example, if you walk around with high blood pressure and you don't monitor it, it can destroy your fucking kidneys, right? It ain't gonna necessarily kill you, but it's gonna damage your kidneys. I would rather drop dead of a heart attack than have to live the rest of my life on dialysis. Go look up dialysis if you're not familiar with that. That's a fucking miserable ass way of life. I don't want to live like that. So that's why I do the health things like that. So more so, I hope when I go, it's more sudden death rather than dragged out, fucking prolonged. Just the machines breaking down to the very last fucking to the fucking last goddamn tools just wore down. I don't want to go like that. So that's why some people get skewed. Oh well, he's trying to live so long, so he does all these health things. It has nothing to do with that. It's just however long I'm here, you know. And if I had to give an age, I think I'd be okay with 75 years old. Now, again, I don't do. I want to drop that at 46. Like, I don't know. I'd rather not. But given it, live to 75. You know, just be the fucking kind of mediocre. Like, few people knew who you were. Live to 46, and fucking millions of people knew who you were, and you left your thumb playing. He was a fucking millionaire while I was here. Probably enjoyed his life like a motherfucker. I would have taken that personally. Well, that's just me. So, and if you think completely different, that's completely fine. I'm not saying that's the right goddamn answer. That's just how I've always thought. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is an order question here from Jared Austin. Question for J Dog in the channel. Have you guys ever signed a band you really liked but who sucked to work with? So much it changed your opinion of them. So you're talking about personally. Um, Nobody's popping directly in my mind, but at the same time, kind of popping into my mind, not to the point where I physically hated the person. But to be honest, I'm gonna leave it anonymous because it'll definitely get some panties in a bunch, and I'll get my fucking ass chewed out about it. I already can see that coming. So I'm going to politely skip that question. But nobody to the point where I hated them, I didn't like their band anymore. Let's just say that. But annoyed shitless with the person, yes, there has definitely been those. Also, do you all reach out to bands you want on a label, or do they reach out to you? Both. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna be completely honest. When it comes to me signing anything, I'm after the shit that I fucking for the most part. There's exceptions, new stuff coming up. Like I would love to sign like Pharmacist or something. You know, we did their last album on vinyl, but if they said, "Hey, sign us for a new album," I'd be up for that. Um, so there's a few new bands I'd be up for, and there's a few new bands I heard that we try to sign that already had a label that comes up, but generally speaking, when I go up for shit, it's the oldies, man. It's the stuff that I grew up on and I want to put it fucking out. You know, the Exhumed Hendale on fucking vinyl. The goddamn Mortal Decay that is coming. That's definitely coming out. So that the Exhumed, it is too. It's just Ross officially contacted me and said, yeah, he can't find any fucking photos and shit. So I have to work with the goddamn CD. So we'll see. Um, but it'd be a lot of the other classics, and you guys know, like the Frightmares, the Lord Gores that I get to hear about from either Billy or Lord Gore back on my email, which has been over a year. They both said yes. I haven't heard back from them. I'm now in contact with Exploding Zombies, which I'm very stoked about that. So I want to start off with their it's technically considered their second album. Their first two albums are similar, like same songs and shit like that, but totally different recordings. And there's a few other different songs. But the disc that I first picked up, and I think it came out originally in 1999, 2000, the latest, Several Severed Heads. So as long as they can find me files, I'll do a vinyl of that. And I'm a huge fucking fan of that. Should search out goddamn fucking Exploding Zombies, Several Severed Heads. You never hear any of these canoe ass mofos bring them up. And dude, it destroys all these fucking 200 stab wounds and newbie bands. Destroys them, sends them home on a fucking stretcher. Just go fucking YouTube it. Go listen to that opening goddamn track, Vomiting Blood. Banger as a fucking mofo. Swampenstein? Dude, if you don't like that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You don't like goddamn good brutal death metal. That is a banger. I know your ass hasn't heard them, so go fucking YouTube it. Goddamn it, shit's out of fucking print. Now, with that being said, too, so obviously I want to do a vinyl. I wouldn't be against repressing it on CD too, because not that I need it, because I have it, but it's like, why the fuck not for all the younger devils that I know you ain't got it, goddamn it. That's the shit I kind of go after. And then I'm going to be completely honest too. Most stuff that comes our way, check our bands out. I'm just going to be honest with you. 95% chance it's probably a no. Just to be 1,000% honest with you. It's got to hit me on the first listen, and we're always like right now we're like 18 months already ahead of the schedule's already taken up. So why am I going to sign something? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Sounds like Creator. It's cool. Um, Brand new band. Don't even know how it's going to sell. I mean, I have a business move. If it was a band, it's like, yeah, dude, they got a fucking million followers or something on goddamn social media. It's all right. Well, yeah, I think it's okay. Whatever. Sounds like Pleasure to Kill. Cool. I was like, but as a business move, it's probably like, let's squeeze this on there. If there's that case, fine. Because at the same time, to make a living, you don't want to be an idiot. But yeah, it's got to be something that and there's some shit here and there. They pop up, but it's few and far in between. So any of the guys, and I know you do all the time, even before this channel, they email submitations all the time. There's a very low chance if it's a brand new band. So like, fuck yeah. I mean, one that we did, and it was me. I picked it up. They sent it through service. Was Gouge. When that band started, they sent us their demo, and that was one that I said, fuck yeah. Caustic Phlegm was another one. Granted, that was forward to us. I think Kramer at Satanic Skinhead sent it to the three of us. He said, this band's great. You should maybe guys try to snag them. A brand new band. That was something that caught my ear. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I told Chiefs to contact him. He did, and we signed them. So there's exceptions. I'm not saying there's no hope, but just don't get your goddamn hopes up. Like, yeah, it's fucking, it sounds like Cannibal. The dog's gonna love it. You're gonna love it, bro. Don't just assume that. Anyways, here's the anonymous one. I said I wouldn't mention his name. He said he's kind of embarrassed by it or whatever. So he says, it's bodybuilding related too. So if you want to fast forward, go right the fuck ahead. Hey J Dog, I had a question for you. It's kind of personal, but you can answer it in a video if you feel it's something you think would be a good subject. I'm pretty embarrassed about this, but I think you would be a good person to go to about this. I started working out in the summer of 2006. How long was that? That's fucking 19 years? What was it? 17 years? That's about the same as me, man. Yeah, I was right around 21, 22, somewhere in that area. I think 22. So 16 years, yeah. So you started right around the same goddamn time I did. After a couple of years of consistent weight training, I stopped wearing tank tops and sleeveless shirts because I feel my arms are too small. I wore tank tops and sleeveless shirts all the time before I started working out, but it wasn't until I got serious about weight training that I became like this. It's probably because I don't look like Lee Priest, neither do I, or or any of those guys, and that's what I really, really wanted. Yep, join the goddamn club. Since I am concentrating on getting lean, really lean, it's helped my mindset a little since I am working towards a goal that's achievable on something I really never really tried to do before. Yeah, my first diet, kind of the same thing. You gotta let that scale go. That's why, dude, if you've never done a diet, again, it's hilarious. I love guys that they all brag about their weight and shit like that. I'm 240, bro. I'm like, dude, you're about a buck 80. I don't have that much fat. I was like, dude, you have no idea. The weight's gonna come off like a motherfucker. I was like, I could give you a very good estimate for what you're gonna weigh if you get peeled down. I'm talking peeled, not this fucking lean. I can see my abs shit. Technically, you should see your abs. You're fucking round. If you're weight training and shit like that, otherwise you're carrying around too much goddamn body fat. As personal preference, that's what you want to do. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, a lot of guys walk around and talk about how goddamn big they are, and I'm just like, cool with being confident, but at the same time, I almost say it as constructive criticism. These guys, because it's like you look ridiculous. The guys in the know are looking at you like you look fucking. It's honestly it's the equivalent of in that world. You're the what's happening the Pantera guy when you're going around bragging, I'm 240 and you have visible abs. You got 60 pounds carrying around. You're saying you're big. It's like you give me a buck 80 when you die. You peel all that shit up, bro. And 180 by by whose definition is 180 big? Not by mine. So you see what I'm saying? Uh, Another issue is sometimes I will change or wear a different shirt because I feel it makes me look smaller, and I will keep looking in the mirror. This is dude, this is like extremely common in bodybuilding. This is like bodybuilding 101. I brought this topic up to Greg Valentino a few years ago, and he answered it on a video. Did you ask him personally, or just like message him and he got back to you? He said that's a bodybuilder thing. Yep, he's 100% right, and he used to do that as well. Yeah, I don't doubt that with him. I guess what I have is called bigorexia. Yeah, that's technically the correct term for it. Yes, I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw that documentary last year. I'm sure even if I looked like Lee Priest, I would still think I wasn't big enough. Probably. Like I said, this is pretty embarrassing, and I know it's ridiculous. You wear tank tops and sleeveless shirts, so you seem pretty comfortable with your size, even though you have said you don't consider yourself big. To be honest, I don't wear sleeveless shirts and tank tops that often. Um, Kind of for that similar fucking reason, just because I was like, there's nothing to goddamn show. It's to me, it's nothing impressive. Yeah, I look at guys like, when they're competing Lee Priest and shit like that, Nick Walker. To me, that's impressive. So there's nothing like, it's almost kind of borderline annoying when people are coming up and like praising you and shit because they do, and I'm just like, I just almost again, I get the feeling like it's like they heard Pantera. Oh, damn, this is heavy. It's the same thing, and I'm just like, are you for real, man? Like, have you been outside your house? That's just what. It's like I kind of appreciate the compliment, but at the same time, it's like I almost feel like I'm talking to Bubbles again. Oh my god, you're so big. I'm just like, have you ever left your trailer park, brah? There's people that make me look like I don't even lift. So it's just a little bit of that because I know what's out there. But part of the reason why I do wear the tanks and shit like that and sleeves why I do is, well, right now it gets fucking hot and I just want to be comfortable. And there's a big part where it's just to the point, dude. I'm 38 and I've been doing this 16 years now. I just don't give a fuck what anyone fucking thinks. Not that I ever did, because I didn't get into it for attention or anything like that. I like just the whole art and look and sport of bodybuilding. So that's why I got into it. But I guess self-conscious would be the word, yeah. That you're like, yeah, I don't look good enough, just kind of stay covered up. The piece of art is unfinished, so why show it, goddammit? There's part of that syndrome going on, but there's a point where, hey, dude, it's fucking 95 degrees out. It's hot as fucking balls. I got to go sit at an outside family event. Most of the time, I don't even want to go to. I was like, I'm not going to be sweaty and uncomfortable on top of it. I'm still going to be sweaty even in that thing. So there's part of that where I was like, I just don't give a flying fuck. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to hear some dumb comments, and you still go to the gym for the 100 millionth fucking time. Or what do you eat, J Dog? It's like the same shit I told you the last 25 times. What do you think I should do to get rid of these love handles? The same shit I told you the last 15 times, bro. Get that all the time. People that know me and shit like that. It's like, but I think to their defense, I mean, I think they're just doing this fucking stir conversation. It's like, can we just talk about something else, man? Because it's talking about bodybuilding with people that are not into it is as interesting to me as talking about Mortician to somebody that listens to Creed and thinks Pantera is the heaviest thing. It's like, and so the only time it's interesting for me to talk about bodybuilding is somebody outside of it, same with metal, is if they seem like they have a good head on their shoulders and they generally are interested and want to learn. You can tell they're generally curious. It's not just a break. I don't like break. It just always annoyed me since I was a kid. And you know what? I didn't even learn this till probably about 5 years ago or so about myself. It annoys the piss out of me just to break the silence chit chat. So you just start talking about random dumb crap. Oh, shit, here, there's not that uncomfortable silence. To me, my question is when you have that, why do you have an uncomfortable silence around the person? If it's somebody you care around or you're friends with or something like that, the silence should be allowed and you shouldn't be uncomfortable. For example, if I'm sitting on the couch with Lindsay or something, an hour goes by and nothing's said, let's say a movie's on or whatever, I'm not uncomfortable. It's just there's nothing to say at that moment, right? So if I'm around a family member or something, there's that uncomfortable silence. You probably don't know me that well. Why are we uncomfortable? Why is that silence need to be broken? Again, it's not that I don't want to talk to you like that, but it's like, do you have anything of the table of interest to talk about? And if you're just going to bring up the working out shit and you're not even into it, like, just you're wasting my time, you're wasting your time, bro, and you're asking for advice. Here's the thing: you're asking all these advice, and like, number one, I told you fucking 15 times, and number two, it's like, dude, you don't even have a gym membership. Start there. Go get there and go fucking 5 days a week. Do that for the next 6 months. See what the fuck happens, and then come ask me. At least start that. You don't even have the fucking membership. That's step one. It's like a baby coming out of the womb. How do I do fucking sprints and enter a goddamn fucking professional tournament? Well, I mean, first get on your fucking feet and learn how to walk. Crawl first, then walk. I mean, you're asking shit like, what the fuck, man? You haven't even started. So, yeah, I hear you, man. I would just, personal advice on that is ask yourself this: why do you care? That's, if you knew deep down how my mind works, kind of weird coming from me. But I've had the conversation with myself. Why do you honestly fucking care? I can tell you why I care. I care because, like I said, I'm just passionate about the sport itself. And again, I follow it. I follow the goddamn current competitors like that. So I think it's awesome. And when you see the change in your body, but when I'm out and about, just to be comfortable, who gives a fuck what anyone thinks? And here's the thing, dude. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. First off, if dudes care, well, I'm no homo. I don't give a shit what a fucking dude thinks about my body. And that's the only compliment you're ever going to get. I can tell you right fucking now, dude. Have I ever gotten any compliments from females on my physique? Yes. It's less than 10 times in my entire fucking life. I can tell you that right now. Without a doubt, less than 10. Always, dudes. Always. So it's kind of like, all right, great. If you're gay, then that's a fucking great way to the wheel, man, to get the conversation going. So, do you give a shit about getting fucking attention and compliments from dudes? I don't. So that goes out the window. Check, okay, yeah, I guess I shouldn't care about that. And chicks don't give a flying fucking rat's ass. And now you can say, well, just because they're not complimenting doesn't mean they're not looking at you. True. But I can tell you right now, no chick. There's exceptions. And when you're talking about going to the extreme bodybuilding world, where it's kind of like maybe a girl might have a fetish for that, they might care. But for the most part, you're not going to find a chick that cares. Does he have big arms? Chicks don't care about big arms, big shoulders. At most, what they do like is if you have a full set of abs and if you have a fucking ass. You can't just have a fucking sheetrock for fucking ass, a slab of goddamn sheetrock for an ass. Just goes straight down. No homo. But I'm just saying, if you got a fucking ass and you got fucking they don't really like flamingo legs either. So you got to at least have some size on your legs. And if they're a little bit like lean and vascular with some size out, they don't be Nick Walker big. If you have that abs and ass, I'm telling you right now, that's all I give a fuck about. That. At best, that's if you they care. Most of them don't even care. Will give a fuck what you look like. They care about if you can make them laugh and do you make money. That's sorry to say, that's from my experience. That's what most chicks fucking care about. Your personality, making them laugh. You're in if you can do that. And if you got some scroll on the side, you got a fucking big wallet, you got a big dick and a big wallet, you're in, brah. They don't give a fuck how you look. But if the physical appearance, if it's kind of like break the ice is just, hey, I got two guys to talk to. One's got a big fucking beer belly. I've never met either one of them. The other guy's got, a pleasant physique and he's got abs. Yeah, you're probably going to wheel him in first. But the fucking guy with the fucking beer gut, if he's got a way better personality, you got a fucking personality of a goddamn 2x4, can't even put a sentence together. The beer gut guy's going to get her over you. So it's not only going to get you so fucking far. But if all else is equal, you guys got about the both the same fucking wallets, both fucking funny, both good personalities. The guy with the abs is 99 times out of 100 who they'd go to. That's the way I've fucking seen it. But they don't put that first. So it ain't doing much for getting chicks. It gives you basically a 1% fucking advantage. And I don't give a fuck what any dude thinks. There's a little bit of a keep that in the back of your mind. Are you trying to bodybuild? Are you trying to compete and shit like that? Do you actually like the art and the sport of bodybuilding? Do you actually truly appreciate it? That's the only third reason to care. There's only three reasons to care when you break it down. Because like I said, trust me, I've had the conversation in my own head with myself many times, probably several hundred. And when I break it down like that, you're kind of like, yeah. And so it kind of gives you a little bit more like, it's where the fuck I want, because when you break it down like that, that's just kind of the way it is. That's true it is. So maybe that'll help you with just be like, yeah, chicks don't care. And I don't give a fuck what dudes think. And no, I don't care about the sport of bodybuilding. I just want to, yeah, I guess, what do I need big arms for? Looks cool, but nobody else fucking gives a fuck. So maybe that'll help you out there. So keep, food for fucking thoughts. Comes questions, you know what we can do. When the combat's get answered by the morning. Later, goddammit.